Borderlands is a 2009 video game. I'm not familiar. I've never played the game. I'm more of a retro gamer. Even though it might be considered retro now, came out in 2009. I like platforms, not so much 3D games, not even Mario 64. But I saw the trailer and it looked interesting. So I checked out the original Borderlands video game trailer. And the graphics, even though it's 2009, still looks pretty good. Nothing compared to now, but still holds up. That's one thing I don't really understand about games that already look cinematic. I don't see much of a point in making it into a movie when the game is good enough. I think they asked Rockstar about making Grand Theft Auto. Why haven't they made Grand Theft Auto the movie? And they've said something to that effect that you're sort of going backwards because the game is a movie. It looks like a movie. It looks realistic. So more than likely, they're not going to get it right. And maybe that's what happened with this movie here. Like I said, I don't know much about the original game. I don't know how much they kept what's in the game in the film. I don't know. And that's actually kind of good because I'm pretty sure the filmmakers are hoping to at least get half the audience to be an audience that never played the game, while the other half are probably fans. Well, I went in just casual, looking for a fun, cool action movie. No, I heard this before I even watched the movie, that the original character in the game, Lillith, is 25 years old. Now, Cate Blanchett, who plays her in this film, is 55 years old. She looks good. She doesn't really look 55. Considering it's an action movie, I think she did a good job. I like her in this. Her character's a serious character, anti-hero. A few minutes into the movie, she says something that we probably all heard before, especially if you're a Lethal Weapon fan.
I'm too old for this.
So they address it off the top. They let you know, okay, we know that the character in the game is a lot younger, but we're going to show you a different version. Now, as soon as you hear the gun battles go down, you'll notice that the gunshots sound really good, really loud, and very realistic. I don't know in the game what kind of weapons they had. Were they modern weaponry, bullets, gunpowder? But they definitely sound like that here. One negative I have to point out, dear God, is that robot. Claptrap, voiced by Jack Black. Now, I like Jack Black. He's really, really funny, especially in Mario Brothers. Right here, you can't tell it's him. You can't make out his voice. The robot is just not that funny. He's annoying, kind of useless, really. It's a needless character. Now, I know it's hard to make a robot, a machine, likable. I don't know the exact ingredient, but I could point out to some who were likable. Of course, you got T-100 from the Terminator movie. You got C-3PO, but one of my favorites that's kind of recent, the black robot from Rogue One. And that robot was an asshole, but he was so funny, he was so likable, even though he was a straight up, he was likable. I like him. I like that character. I like that robot. With this one, it reminds me of that Jar Jar Binks. I can't remember his name. I'm not a big Star Wars guy, but that cartoonish character that everybody hated and they got rid of. I think he fell down a waterfall, I think, or something.
Come on!
But what they want, I know what they're trying to do. That they want to create a toy, a character that all kids will like and they'll go buy. But no, it didn't work here. I don't think it's much of a spoiler, but somebody had to explain to me why there's a point in this movie where the little girl's trying to kill Lillith. A few minutes later, they're running from someone else and they team up. There's like a motley crew now. It's all of them together trying to get away. I don't know what led up to that. I don't know what happened. Maybe it's in the game. I don't know. Or maybe I just missed something. I don't know. I gotta say it again. The little girl, Tiny Tina. I don't know what kind of personality she has in the game, but right here she is so unlikable, so annoying, like a brat. See, look, if you're gonna have someone like that, you have to give us a reason why she's like that. Just like in Terminator 2, John Connor was a little but because of his upbringing, everything he had gone through at such a young age, we understand. This one right here, we don't get none of that. Now let's get to Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a comedian. A lot of people like him. Not my kind of comedian, but a lot of people like him. I like him more in his movies than I do his stand-up. But I like when he plays a funny character. Right here, he plays it straight. He plays a serious soldier. And I don't know. I think they should have got someone else. I pictured a young Wesley Snipes, someone like that, or even Michael Jai White. I think I'm saying his name right. He would have been perfect. He's tall. He's big. Kevin Hart. I don't know, man. The little guy. And there's two villains, but the main villain, to me, wasn't very convincing. His name is Atlas. I don't think it's the guy's fault. It's just the way the character's written. Not very good. Not very convincing. And Dr. Patricia Tannis, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, was a throwaway character. I don't know how important that character is in the game, but in the movie, nah, she could have easily not been in the film, no problem. Bobby Lee as Larry, he was okay, quick cameo. Nothing really that stood out. Just okay, he was all right. I saw the final boss in the original game just out of curiosity, and it's not what they show you here. But the only thing I can compare it to is the Matrix. Very Matrix type ending. Still good. I like it. Wasn't a bad ending, but we've seen it before. So watching the entire thing, I would compare it to two films. Sort of like a fusion of Guardians of the Galaxy and Fury Road. If you like those two, you just might like this one. A lot of people are saying it's terrible. It's really, really bad, unwatchable. I don't think it's that bad. I've seen way worse. With that being said, from 1 to 10, I'm going to give this movie here a solid 4. The lowest I can give is a -2. I gave that one to Trap in my last review. So, is it rewatchable? No. I wouldn't want to watch it. Even though it's only an hour and a half, I love that. When a movie isn't too good or it's really bad, and the runtime is like 2.5 hours, oh man. This one's only an hour and a half. I love that. Would I recommend it to the average viewer? No. Now, if you're a fan of the game, yeah, I would. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of Easter eggs and stuff that people are going to notice who are familiar with the game. They'll probably like it. I don't think they'll love it, but they'll like it. All right. Catch you on the next one.